Hello, my name is Mrs Davis. I'm the Head of Art at Avonbourne Academies. Today I'm going to be taking you through your Transition Day art task. So keep watching and learn how to create your own Zentangle design. So this is an example of what you're going to be producing. If you have a look carefully at what I'm showing you here, you can see that there are some patterns that have been created, interesting use of colour, and different textures, techniques, patterns used in every single section. Before you get started on this task, you will need to have a piece of paper, a pencil, and a rubber, and your hand. Okay, so I'm going to lay my hand on the piece of paper first of all. I'm sure you've all done this before, and it shouldn't take too long for you to draw around your hand. If I got any advice for this, maybe just hold your pencil fairly close to the top so that you've got space to get round. Maybe it would have been a good idea for me to take jewellery off first as well, because you can clearly see my wedding ring there. You can leave your Zentangle design with just one hand, or you could have another hand slightly overlapping, so you get some interesting areas where the two hands cross over. So I've got two hands there. If you need to fill in any gaps, just do that first so you don't get confused with your lines. So just make sure you've got all the lines clearly shown there. And then when you've done that, I'm going to press quite heavily with my pencil for this so you can see what I'm doing. But it's always a good idea to keep your lines fairly light so that you can rub out or adjust if you need to. So you can see I'm just moving my line around the piece of paper, creating a nice big swirl, making sure those lines overlap, and going into the background as well as drawing on the hand. So now I've got my hand drawn out, I can start filling in the individual sections so I can think about patterns that I'm going to have. So maybe I'll just start off with some quite simple concentric circles. Okay, so that goes to the edges of that section. Maybe in the next section I'll have some lines drawn in just to create a zigzag pattern. Maybe in one of the sections I'll think about an interesting texture. So here I'm going to have a kind of fish scale texture. I always think that's quite a nice one to have. Now, I did mention that I'd like you to think about how you can personalize your design. So everyone is going to be creating something individual and unique. I don't expect anyone to be sending me something that is identical to another person's. However, it would be really nice if you also thought about making your design a bit personal. So I'm an art teacher. I love all things to do with art. So I'm going to have a palette in here representing art and the fact that I really enjoy painting. And maybe I'll have a paintbrush as well. And maybe I'll even have some blobs of water, so I could have that there. I could have here maybe a pencil representing the fact that I love to draw. Think about showing off your skills. So if you're good at using tone, if you understand about gradients, it is something we teach in Year 7. It'd be brilliant if you came to us already knowing something about that. What else could I have? I might have some, maybe I'll have some fish down the bottom here, because I really like swimming in the summer. And I quite like swimming in the sea. Okay, so you can see a few ideas that I've got there. I'm looking forward to the summer, so maybe I'll have sunshine with the rays radiating out. Feel free to use some of these ideas if you think that they would look good on your design as well. It's always good to gather inspiration. Okay, I'm going to enjoy adding colours to that. Okay, I've gathered together some colours, set of pencil colours, and I've started to add colour. Feel free, if you want to use something other than a pencil crayon. If you've got paint at home, then that might be quite a nice thing for you to work in here. You can see I've used more than one colour in some sections, so think about blending colours. Here I'm just using some gradient, so think about adding some gradient as well. I've had a go in the background here of using kind of Van Gogh style dashes, so it might be quite nice to add some different techniques and different textures. And if you don't have colours at home, please don't let this stop you taking part in the activity and thinking about creating an effective design. You can just use a drawing pencil and blend from dark to light just using a drawing pencil. You can create some really effective designs, and again it would be a really nice way to show me that you've got some good pencil skills. Okay, so whether you're using colour or black and white or even a biro, you can get some very nice effects just using a biro. Whatever you choose to use, please do in some way or another let me know what you've done, share your work, make sure your name's on it so that we can give you a bit of a shout out. I can't wait to see your results. Thanks very much for listening and good luck with your art task. Bye.